Today on SAU News, this semester's freshman class is the third largest in Southern history.
Dozens of students have noticed an influx of police in the area, more than they have seen in the past.
Last semester's campus stalker might have his charges dropped next April.
These stories and more coming up.
SAU News starts now.
Welcome to SAU News. I'm Matthew Taylor.
I'm Alexis Dewey.
And I'm Naomi Linder. Our weekly newscast is brought to you by SJC Productions at the School of Journalism and Communication. If you've noticed that meal lines seem a bit longer and classes a bit more packed, you can accredit it to record high enrollment numbers. Walking through the promenade this semester requires a bit of maneuvering, as this fall features the third largest freshman class that Southern has seen since opening its doors over 100 years ago. A student census showed that there are nearly 2,600 undergrad students this semester, surpassing Southern's pre-COVID enrollment numbers. According to Vice President of Enrollment Jason Merriman, Southern's stepping up recruitment and offering fully in-person classes have attracted hundreds of new students to our university. Comparing this with our enrollment numbers from the past 2 years, Merriman claims that Southern bounced way back.
Whether or not there is enough parking is a popular debate on campus. Reporter Xander Ordinola has the story.
Student parking is an issue that impacts many college campuses, and Southern is no different. In an online petition started by junior finance major Zach Kirsten, students have been given the opportunity to voice their concerns. These complaints range from minor inconveniences about parking to safety issues, where several female students complain about needing to cross the street, especially at night. According to facilities manager Marty Hamilton, he and his team perform routine lighting checks of all campus parking lots, streets, and sidewalks. His current plan is to install a brand new parking lot right here, opposite of the Halsey Wellness Center. Hamilton says that at the beginning of the semester, students aren't used to the new schedules and haven't started working yet, so more people stay on campus. However, by the end of September, these problems lessen and it's easier to park. Although the biggest problem for parking is simply expenses.
When we start hearing more and more students and saying, hey, I just can't find a place to park, or we hear from our professors that kids are late, we do want to provide some responsiveness. Now, parking lots are not cheap. We've looked at a multi-tier parking lot. They're expensive. They're $18,000 to $20,000 a spot when you build vertical.
Until more parking can be acquired, or the petition reaches enough signatures, he advises students to park in lots that only match the provided stickers and build alternative habits to driving. For SAU News, I'm Xander Ordinola.
Within the first month of school, there have been 448 citations issued on campus. Campus safety is currently taking measures to see how many spots are available at different points throughout the day and see what changes need to be made.
I actually got a parking ticket 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got back late one night and couldn't find any parking.
That's the biggest problem.
That's understandable.
According to a recent Instagram poll, dozens of Southern students have noticed more police officers on the road than usual. Since the start of the school year, local officers have been cracking down on school zone traffic offenses. Collegedale police say within the first month of school, officers have cited 59 drivers and given 34 more warning citations. Most were for speeding through school zones, but others included using cell phones or not wearing seatbelts while driving. 2 drivers who were pulled over for using their phones were actually arrested, one for a DUI and the other for possession of narcotics in a drug-free zone. There have been 5 arrests total in the school zones just this month. Local school zone hours are anywhere from 6:45 to 8:30 in the morning and from noon to 4 in the afternoon. Watch for the flashing yellow school zone signs and keep an eye on your speedometer and off of your phone. Drive safe.
Last semester, a man was arrested by Collegedale Police Department for following and stalking a student on Southern's campus. 39-year-old Paul Michael Germain was charged with stalking last spring after following a student into the cafeteria and even waiting for her outside of her car. He was released after paying a $35,000 bail. His court case was set for August, and he was banned from Southern's campus. A Collegedale Police Department correspondent told SAU News that Germain's charges will be dropped on April 12th as long as the court is not informed of another charge of stalking. In response to the incident, Campus Safety has now launched an app this semester, OmniAlert, that allows you to dial their number, 911, or submit a silent alert with your location if you find yourself in need of assistance. Campus Safety will also drive you to the dorm or wherever you need to be on campus free of charge at any time of the day, and especially at night. If you ever feel that you are in danger, Campus Safety's number is 423-236-2100.
I'm so glad that's available this semester.
Yeah. Ottawa and Collegedale have attracted new restaurants this year with the potential to be great places to work or even just to visit with friends. Right down the street from campus is Scooters, a new drive-through coffee and breakfast kiosk. Chattanooga State student Gabby Hunter, who works at this new coffee shop, says she sees a lot of college and high school kids. She compares the environment to Chick-fil-A because of how friendly everyone is. Another Collegedale restaurant that opened earlier this month is Jack's. Senior film major and Jack's employee, Sebastian DeLaurie, describes it as a Popeyes and a Jack in the Box put together. Sebastian says he enjoys working off campus because of the higher pay than his previous job and because of the diverse group of people he meets. A little closer to home, students are expecting a new on-campus eatery called The Garden to open sometime later this month. The Southern Accent reports it will serve some vegan and gluten-free options. It will operate in the former KR's place above the cafeteria and serve weekdays 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. DeLaurie also mentions that although the hours are not as flexible as working a student job, he recommends working off campus to those looking for some higher pay.
The annual AllNight Softball tournament was this past weekend. However, the games are not over yet. The tournament started at 8:30 p.m. on Saturday night and ended at 3:30 a.m. This is early in comparison to previous years that have gone until past 6 in the morning. 16 teams took part, but after 6 hours, the concluding games were called off due to bad weather. 8 teams remain in both of the men's and women's tournaments. The final games have been tentatively rescheduled for October 9.
I actually played in these all-night softball games. Did you
Oh,
guys
really?
play?
No, did you
I
win?
didn't either.
Well, I made it to 4 a.m. and I still have a few games left to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Word.
exciting.
But imagine jumping into a giant bubble bath, except it's a lot of foam and you're in a church parking lot. That's how students describe their night with the foam machine. The Student Association hired Playground Ministries to set up the giant foam-making pumps in the University Church parking lot. The entertainment was part of the SA's 70s night, all captured by thousands of selfies. The foam machine was here last year, but because of rain, not as many students got to experience it. SA Social Vice President Erler Trevedan says they brought it back by popular demand, and fortunately for everyone, the weather was perfect for playing in the foam. The next big event that will happen and make use of the University Church parking lot is the upcoming 423 Market. Stay tuned to our next newscast to see how that goes.
SAU News is a student-run production here in Southern School of Journalism and Communication. I'm Matthew Taylor.
I'm Alexis Dewey.
And I'm Naomi Linder. Do you have a newsworthy story? Head over to our Instagram and send us a message at SAU_news.
Thanks for watching.